The 25 rules of money to get rich. Apply them now. What if the road to wealth was much simpler than you think? What if, instead of trying to figure everything out on your own, you could just follow 25 simple but powerful rules of money and transform your financial future overnight? You've been told it's hard, right? That financial success takes years of grinding, endless hustle, and, frankly, a little bit of luck. But what if I told you there's a simpler way? A way that doesn't require you to reinvent the wheel or spend countless sleepless nights stressing over the next big break. There's a secret playbook that the world's wealthiest people follow. And no, it's not some mysterious, ultra-exclusive club. It's a set of rules, 25 rules to be exact, that can change how you think about money, how you approach wealth, and how you start getting the results you're really after. But here's the catch. Most people are stuck in this endless loop. They work hard, save a little, invest a bit, and hope it all adds up. They wonder why their bank balance isn't growing the way they imagined, and why they still feel trapped in the grind. What they don't realize is that the real difference between them and the wealthy isn't talent, luck, or even hard work. It's the rules they're playing by. The wealthy? They understand these rules like the back of their hand. It's not about working harder. It's about making smarter, faster decisions and having a strategy that's built to scale. And today, you're going to learn the exact same rules they've been using to build empires. But stay with me, because I promise you, the last rule I'm about to share will shock you. It's the one rule most people overlook, but it could change everything for you. Trust me, it's worth the wait. So, grab your seat, get comfortable, and let's dive into these 25 rules that will completely transform your financial future. Number 1, money moves to those who make decisions fast. You've probably heard the saying, the early bird catches the worm. But here's the real truth. Money moves to those who make decisions quickly. If you hesitate, delay, or second guess, you've already lost out on opportunities. Think about it. Successful people don't wait for the perfect moment to act. They make decisions fast and move on. By the time the slow movers start to think, the fast movers are already a few steps ahead, locking in deals, investments, and opportunities that others are still debating. This isn't about rushing recklessly. It's about building the confidence to decide, even when you don't have all the details. The more you delay, the more opportunities slip through your fingers. Let's look at how wealthy people avoid this pitfall in Rule 2. Number 2, wealthy people buy time, poor people sell it. Here's a fundamental mindset shift. Time is more valuable than money. Wealthy people understand this, which is why they invest in ways to buy back their time. Whether it's hiring someone to handle tasks or setting up systems that run on their own, they know that time is their most precious asset. The more you can focus on high-value activities, the faster you'll grow your wealth. On the other hand, poor people often trade their time for money, working long hours for a paycheck. But it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. When you learn to buy back your time, you can focus on what truly moves the needle. But can you get away from the hustle mindset altogether? I'll show you in Rule 3. The first rule of money is to never chase it. This one might sound counterintuitive, but trust me, it's a game changer. Never chase money. The minute you start chasing money, you're operating from a place of desperation. And desperation never attracts wealth, it repels it. Wealth follows those who focus on creating value. When you focus on providing value to others, the money naturally follows. Whether it's through entrepreneurship, investments, or your career, the key is to stop obsessing over the paycheck and start obsessing over the impact you're making. The more value you create, the more wealth you attract. So what should you focus on instead? Let's dive into Rule 4. Number 4, don't seek income, seek scalability. Most people are stuck in a transactional mindset, working for a paycheck day in and day out. But here's the real key to building wealth. Don't seek income, seek scalability. Instead of focusing on earning a set amount every month, focus on building systems that allow your money to grow exponentially over time. Successful businesses and investments thrive because they scale. Think about it, a small business that can replicate its operations or an investment that grows through reinvestment. This is how wealth is built, not by just trading time for money, but by creating systems that expand and grow on their own. The more scalable your approach, the faster your wealth will accumulate. But how do you master scaling? Let me show you Rule 5. Number 5. Boredom with money equals mastery. It may sound strange, but here's a secret. The wealthiest people are often bored with money. I don't mean they've lost interest in it. Quite the opposite. What I mean is, they've learned the art of patience and discipline. Money doesn't excite them in the same way it excites most people. They know it's simply a tool, not the goal. And because of this, they don't panic or make impulsive decisions when markets fluctuate or when a new opportunity comes along. They focus on long-term consistency and smart investing. They've mastered the ability to stay calm, knowing that wealth isn't built overnight, but over time. This boredom is what leads to mastery. Next, let's talk about leveraging money instead of relying on hard work. Stay with me. Number 6, leverage is richer than labor. If you want to truly scale your wealth, you need to understand this. Leverage is richer than labor. This is where things start to get exciting. Instead of relying solely on your own labor, think about how you can use your resources, money, people, and time to create wealth. Look at successful business owners who delegate tasks, or investors who leverage borrowed money to expand their portfolios. They understand that leveraging their resources allows them to grow faster and work less. It's the difference between trading hours for dollars and building a system that runs itself. The more you leverage, the greater the return you can achieve. Let's take this concept even further. How do you get paid more for less effort? Number 7, you're paid in proportion to your clarity, not effort. Clarity is the real key to earning more, not effort. You see, wealth doesn't come from working harder. It comes from working smarter with clear goals and a focused strategy. The more clearly you understand your objectives and how to achieve them, the more opportunities you create. Successful people are clear about their goals and they align their actions with those goals. It's not about doing everything under the sun. It's about doing the right things that move the needle. When your clarity is sharp, everything else falls into place. Higher income, better opportunities, and fewer mistakes. But here's the truth. Clarity doesn't mean chaos. Stay tuned for Rule 8. Number 8. Money respects structure, not chaos. Money thrives in structure. Without it, wealth creation becomes a roller coaster. Ups and downs, unpredictability, and constant stress. Whether in your personal finances or in your business, chaos will only drain your resources. When you implement structure, clear budgeting, well-defined investment strategies, and organized financial systems, you set yourself up for consistent growth. The wealthy don't live paycheck to paycheck. They have well-organized systems that allow them to track every dollar and grow steadily over time. On the other hand, chaotic financial habits, impulse spending, disorganized investments, or inconsistent saving keep you stuck in a loop of uncertainty. But structure isn't just about the big picture. It's also about the small habits. How you track your spending, where you invest your time, and how disciplined you are in managing your money. Let's explore these small habits further in Rule 9. Number 9. Silence and simplicity often lead to profit. One of the best-kept secrets of the wealthy? Silence and simplicity. Sounds too good to be true, right? But think about it. The wealthiest people live simple, streamlined lives. They don't get distracted by the noise of flashy trends or unnecessary purchases. They focus on what works, cutting out the distractions, minimizing their lifestyle, and optimizing their financial systems. When you simplify your life, you create room for better decisions and fewer costly mistakes. Wealthy individuals often have fewer, more meaningful financial moves, but those moves are extremely calculated. The simpler their strategy, the clearer their path to wealth. So how do you make these simple systems work for you? Let's get into Rule 10. Number 10. The less you need, the faster you grow. It's easy to fall into the trap of consumerism, constantly buying more, upgrading, and chasing the next thing. But here's the truth. The less you need, the faster you grow. The wealthiest people aren't obsessed with material possessions or keeping up with the latest trends. They focus on financial independence, not materialism. Every dollar spent on excess is a dollar that could have been invested or saved for future growth. Minimalism isn't about scarcity. It's about intentionality, spending on what truly adds value to your life and investing the rest. The more you can let go of material desires, the faster you'll see your wealth multiply. This next rule is something most people don't want to hear, but it's vital to true wealth. Number 11. Liquidity is security. Don't forget it. Liquidity is one of the most overlooked aspects of financial success. What do I mean by liquidity? Simply put, it's the ability to access cash quickly when you need it. Keeping enough liquid assets ensures that you can weather any financial storm, from market crashes to unexpected emergencies. The wealthy always keep a solid amount of liquid cash to make quick, strategic decisions when opportunities arise or when things go wrong. Without liquidity, you're at the mercy of debt or loans when life throws a curveball. This flexibility gives you an edge over others who might be locked into long-term investments or illiquid assets. Now that we've talked about securing your wealth, let's talk about automation. Number 12. Automate what you fear, not what you enjoy. Automation can be a powerful tool to create consistency and security in your finances. But here's the catch. Automate what you fear, not what you enjoy. If you're scared of missing savings targets, automate your savings. If you fear losing track of your investments, automate your contributions to your portfolio. By automating what makes you anxious, you eliminate human error and ensure that your financial plans stay on track, without the stress. On the other hand, don't automate what you enjoy, like spending on unnecessary luxuries. Automation helps you stay disciplined, ensuring your money works for you, not the other way around. Next, we'll dive into one of the most misunderstood concepts in building wealth. Number 13, frugality isn't scarcity, it's strategy. Frugality is often misunderstood. It's not about being cheap or restrictive, it's about being strategic with your money. The wealthiest people don't waste their money on unnecessary purchases. Instead, they make intentional decisions about where their money goes. By being frugal, you're creating space to accumulate wealth. Every dollar saved is a dollar that can be invested, put to work, or used to build something more substantial. Frugality isn't about deprivation, it's about prioritizing long-term gains over short-term pleasures. When you learn to spend wisely and keep your wants in check, you unlock the true potential for wealth. But what happens when you have more than enough? Let's look at Rule 14. Number 14. Don't measure wealth in dollars. Measure in options. Here's the truth. True wealth isn't about the size of your bank account. It's about the freedom and flexibility to make choices. It's the ability to walk away from a job you don't like, to invest in something that excites you, or to take a risk without worrying about the consequences. The wealthiest people value options above all else. They have the freedom to make decisions that align with their values and desires, not out of necessity. For them, the ability to choose is the ultimate form of wealth. They don't chase dollars, they chase opportunities. So how do you shift your mindset from chasing cash to valuing freedom? Want to know what really limits you from reaching your full potential? Let's explore Rule 15. Number 15. Your risk tolerance defines your ceiling. Risk is a natural part of wealth building, but here's the thing. Your risk tolerance defines how far you can go. Some people are comfortable taking risks, while others avoid them altogether. The key to building wealth is understanding your own risk tolerance and using it to your advantage. Wealthy individuals don't avoid risk, they take calculated risks that align with their goals. They understand that in order to achieve high returns, they have to take risks. But it's not about blind risk-taking. It's about being strategic, informed, and prepared. The greater the risk you're willing to take, within reason, the greater the potential reward. Now that we've discussed risk, let's dive into the next rule, something even more critical. Number 16, never rely on earned income alone. If you're relying solely on earned income to build wealth, you're limiting your potential. True wealth comes from diversifying your income sources, moving beyond just trading time for money. Passive income streams, like investments, royalties, or side businesses, are the foundation of long-term financial success. The wealthiest people don't depend on a paycheck. They have multiple income streams working for them. By diversifying, you're not only protecting yourself from economic downturns, but also setting yourself up for exponential growth. The more sources of income you have, the more freedom and stability you create. But there's something more powerful than income alone. Let's dive into emotional intelligence. Number 17. Money flows to emotional intelligence, not just intellect. Wealth is not just about being book smart or knowing the latest financial theories. In fact, emotional intelligence is just as important, if not more so, when it comes to building wealth. Successful people know how to manage their emotions, especially in high-stress situations. They don't let fear, greed, or impatience drive their decisions. Instead, they stay calm, think clearly, and make decisions that align with their long-term goals. Self-awareness is a key trait of those who build wealth. They understand their emotional triggers and use that knowledge to their advantage. Wealthy individuals manage their emotions effectively, making it easier to handle setbacks, make smarter investments, and navigate the ups and downs of financial markets. Ready to speed up your wealth building process? Let's look at how delayed gratification impacts your financial future. Number 18, delay gratification, accelerate returns. Delayed gratification is a cornerstone of wealth building. The ability to delay short-term pleasure for long-term gain is what separates those who struggle financially from those who thrive. When you resist the urge to spend impulsively and instead invest in your future, you set the stage for exponential growth. Think about it. The wealthiest individuals often make sacrifices now to enjoy larger rewards later. They know that the patience they exercise today will pay off in big ways down the road. This principle is essential for making better investment decisions, whether that's putting money into real estate, stocks, or other assets that compound over time. The more you practice delayed gratification, the higher your returns will be. So, how do you spot the trends that will shape the future of your wealth? Rule 19 has the answer. Number 19, build around inevitability, not trends. Building lasting wealth isn't about jumping on every new trend. It's about investing in things that are inevitable. Trends come and go, but inevitable shifts in technology, markets, and society continue to drive long-term wealth. Look at how industries like tech, healthcare, and energy have transformed over the last few decades. Those who built wealth by investing in the inevitable advancements, like the rise of the internet or renewable energy, are the ones who came out on top. The wealthy understand that trends are fleeting, but the evolution of industries and societies is not. Instead of chasing what's hot right now, focus on where things are heading. Invest in the future that you know is coming, not just what's popular today. We're almost at the final stretch. Let's talk about taxes and income next. Number 20, understand tax before income. Understanding tax laws is one of the most powerful ways to maximize your earnings and minimize your losses. If you want to build lasting wealth, you must grasp how taxes impact every financial decision you make. The wealthy know this. They don't just focus on earning money. They focus on keeping as much of it as possible. They structure their investments and businesses around tax laws using strategies like tax-deferred retirement accounts, tax-efficient investments, and business deductions to reduce their taxable income. For instance, many wealthy individuals make investments in assets that generate passive income, which is often taxed at a lower rate than earned income. They plan ahead, taking advantage of the tax benefits available to them. And speaking of wealth, let's talk about how generational wealth starts today. Number 21. Generational wealth starts with today's discipline. Building generational wealth is not something that happens overnight. It starts with discipline today. If you want to pass on wealth to future generations, you need to develop strong financial habits now. Consistency is key. Wealthy families understand this and often practice long-term financial planning, making smart investments, saving, and ensuring their assets are protected. Think about the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds, who passed down wealth for generations by making sound decisions in their early years. They didn't just accumulate money. They built a legacy through careful planning and smart financial choices. The wealth they created wasn't just for them, but for their children, grandchildren, and beyond. Before we wrap this up, there's something you must absolutely avoid. Let's talk about lifestyle creep. Number 22, avoid lifestyle creep. It whispers, then it roars. Lifestyle creep is one of the sneakiest traps that people fall into on their journey to wealth. It starts small. Maybe a nicer car, a bigger house, or dining out a bit more often. But over time, these small increases in spending accumulate, and before you know it, your expenses have risen as quickly as your income. The issue? This gradual increase can prevent you from building true wealth. It's easy to think that as you make more money, you deserve more things. But the truth is, the more you spend, the less you can invest and save. Wealthy people understand this, which is why they stay disciplined no matter how much their income grows. They don't let lifestyle creep control them. If you can keep your spending in check and continue living below your means, your wealth will grow much faster. Now, we're at the final rules. These two will completely change how you approach your wealth journey. Number 23, what you don't track, you can't multiply. You can't improve what you don't measure. This is true in every aspect of life, but especially when it comes to building wealth. If you're not tracking your income, savings, and investments, how will you know if you're on the right path? Wealthy people track their spending and investments meticulously, and they know exactly where their money is going. By keeping a close eye on your financial habits, you can identify areas where you're overspending, where you can invest more, and where you can cut back. Tracking leads to better decision-making, and as your understanding of your finances improves, so will your wealth. And your final rule is going to sum up everything we've covered, and it's a powerful one. Number 24, your circle is a financial thermostat. The people you surround yourself with directly impact your financial mindset. If you're always around people who have a limited view of money or who aren't motivated to grow, it's easy to fall into the same mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, financially literate, and driven, they raise your own financial thermostat. You start thinking bigger, making better decisions, and expanding your opportunities. The wealthy often associate with other successful people because it pushes them to level up. Your circle has a profound effect on your financial growth, so choose it wisely. Number 25. If it doesn't compound, it's not real wealth. Finally, the most powerful concept in wealth building, compounding. If your wealth doesn't compound, it's not real wealth. Compounding is the process of generating earnings on your initial investment, which then gets reinvested to earn even more. This is how wealth snowballs over time. The reason the rich get richer isn't just because they make money. They make their money work for them. Whether it's through interest, dividends, or business growth, compounding is the secret to exponential wealth. So, focus on investments that grow over time and give your money the chance to multiply. This is the cornerstone of true wealth. By mastering this principle, you'll unlock the kind of wealth that's sustainable and enduring. Here's a bonus tip that ties everything together. The real power of building wealth is consistency. All the rules we've covered today don't work unless you apply them consistently, day in and day out. Whether it's making quick decisions, staying frugal, or practicing delayed gratification, it's the daily commitment to these habits that will lead to long-term success. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's built over time with small, smart choices that add up. The key is to stay disciplined and keep applying these principles even when it feels like the results aren't immediate. With consistency, your financial ball and the results will speak for themselves. Stay committed and you'll see your wealth grow exponentially. If you found value in this video, hit the like button so more people can learn about building wealth. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for daily financial tips and strategies. You won't want to miss the next one. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message and start their journey to financial freedom today. Thank you for watching. We have an amazing video coming up next. So don't forget to click on the video that's popping up on your screen. I'll see you in the next video where we dive even deeper into creating financial freedom. Don't miss it.